Hello, dear ones. In today's Do This Today video, I'd like to suggest breathe deeply. And I'll make two additional suggestions because we don't think about breathing particularly. It's one of those things that happens automatically. You know, if you try to hold your breath, if you could hold your breath, you know, to the nth degree forcibly, you would pass out and then you would start breathing again. So it's like it's this autonomic process that goes on. But how we breathe has an enormous effect on how we feel. And so my two additional suggestions are not only breathe deeply, and we can even practice a simple breathing exercise, which we'll do in just a moment, but also get fresh air. So practice this outdoors if you can, or at least get some fresh air. Just get outside and walk around a little bit, enough to, you know, spend a few minutes outside just breathing fresh air. Second thing is observe the breath. And you can do this at random points in the day, or you can do it as part of a meditation practice. But observing the breath will help to reinforce in your awareness the connection between the breath and your state of consciousness, because the two are inextricably connected, which is to say that when the breath is calm, when the breath is quiet, our consciousness tends to be quieter, more peaceful. When the breath is agitated, by definition, our consciousness will, to some degree, be agitated. Think back to a time when you had the flu or a bad cold, maybe a fever, and if you were aware of it at the time, you may have noticed that your breathing was impacted by those illnesses. You're sort of, there's just more kind of intensity to it. It's like the body is saying, look, I'm under attack, I'm doing all I can do, and we've got to keep up with this. And similarly though, when we focus on the breath, then the breath itself tends to become quieter. And this is the secret of some of the pranayams. So I mentioned practicing this very simple exercise. If you're comfortable doing so, close your eyes, and we're just going to do a simple breathing exercise. We're going to inhale to the count of 6, hold the breath to the count of 6, and exhale to the count of 6. So 6, 6, 6. It can be 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 8, 8, 8, whatever rhythm is workable in your capacity. Longer is better, so long as you don't get out of breath. But just practice this with me one time. Let's inhale. I'll count this out with my snapping my fingers so you can hear the count. I'm going to close my eyes. You can breathe through the nose if you're comfortable doing that. If not, breathe through the mouth. So inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale. And if you practice that 2 or 3 times, even 5 or 10 times, you will notice a change in your consciousness. You will notice that your consciousness is less at the outside of the body, at the periphery of your awareness. You will find that you are a little bit less reactive. In other words, stuff is going on, whatever the latest scandal, the latest disaster, the latest tragedy, the latest, excitement, the latest upheaval, whatever it may be, you'll find that it doesn't sort of throw you as much. It doesn't knock you off your center, off your state of peace. Just it's a subtle thing, but it's very definite and very powerful. So do this today. Practice deep breathing, preferably outside, or even just get some fresh air, but also observe the breath and begin to understand that intimate connection that the breath and your state of consciousness have, because they are inextricably connected. Namaste.